Hi, Alex here. Today, I'd like to share my personal opinion on where I think VR is heading, how AI fits into it, and how PCVR, standalone, and smart glasses will probably coexist. First of all, VR isn't going to disappear. Every few years people say VR is dead, but from what I see, it's actually just slowly getting more useful and practical. The only thing that could truly replace VR one day might be something like direct brain interfaces, which are only barely emerging now, and realistically VR would still keep its place for a lot of use cases anyway. We've seen this pattern before. TV didn't kill theater, cinema didn't kill books, and radio didn't disappear. It just turned into audiobooks and podcasts. New formats don't replace the old ones, they just sit next to them and give us another way to experience things. So, I see VR the same way, not as a trend, but another medium that's maturing. AI is the other big piece of the puzzle. It's already useful for almost everything: research, translation, automation, content creation.
It's about 2 months since a previous customer care update. Cela fait environ 2 mois depuis notre dernière mise à jour sur le Service Client. Es sind etwa 2 monate vergangen seit unserem letzten Update zum Kundenservice. 前回のアップデートから約2ヶ月。距離我们上一次客户关怀更新已经有大约2个月了。
So VR will naturally benefit from it too. For games, it's easy to imagine worlds generated from prompts, custom scenarios built on the fly, faster prototyping and smarter rendering that lowers down the hardware requirements. We already see hints of this with upscaling and foveated rendering, where you get better visuals without needing a crazy GPU, and AI will just keep pushing that further. Project Genie from Google is already mind-blowing. And for a game designer, the biggest change is speed. Trying ideas, failing, iterating, all of that becomes much faster with AI tools. And faster experimentation usually means more interesting results in the end. Productivity is where this gets really interesting to me. Right now, most of us still work on flat screens, but once VR or XR actually start replacing monitors for a good chunk of professionals, I think we'll see a new type of software appearing, something like 2.5D applications. Basically the same familiar flat UI combined with spatial tools. Think of Blender, Unity, or Unreal. You still have your normal panels and menus on a flat plane, but the actual content lives in space. You can grab things, you can move them around and see everything in 3D. I can imagine the same approach for photo editing, video editing, or data work. Instead of stacking windows, you organize information all around you. The timelines, assets, dependencies, and that extra spatial dimension just makes complex workflows easier to understand. Another thing that feels inevitable is spatial photo and video. Right now everything is flat, mostly because our devices are flat. But once enough people are wearing XR devices daily, pass-through headsets or smart glasses, stereoscopic content simply makes more sense. Photos and videos with depth, something you can almost step into instead of just watching. And again, AI will do wonders here. Video editing will get easier as well, since editing foreground and background separately will get more accessible than it is right now. Eye tracking is another area which people kind of underestimate, not just for games or rendering performance, but for everyday interaction. Right now we use a mouse and maybe voice commands, but imagine the system also understands where you're looking at and how your hands are moving and reading even the tiny muscle signals. An AI assistant could anticipate what you're about to select or grab, almost like the interface reacts before you finish the action. That could make both work and gaming feel faster and more natural without adding extra complexity. So when it comes to devices, PCVR, standalone XR, and smart glasses, I don't really see them competing with each other. I usually explain it with a gaming analogy. PCVR is like PC gaming. It's the most powerful, most flexible, and also the most expensive and involved. You get the best graphics, native high-end content, mods, accessories like wheels and flight sticks, professional tools, basically anything you want. But you invest time and money to get there, so it's the enthusiast route. Standalone XR feel more like consoles. It's cheaper, simpler, and all-in-one. You put it on and it just works. Maybe the visuals aren't the best, but they're good enough for most people, and convenience usually wins. That's why standalone will probably stay the mass market option. And smart glasses are closer to smartphones or handhelds. They're not about deep immersion, they're about always being here. Quick messages, navigation, light AR, small everyday tasks. Something you use for 5 minutes without even thinking about it. It's like playing something casual on a handheld during your commute versus sitting down for a long session at home. You might actually spend more total time on the simple device just because it's so accessible. What's interesting is how these categories are already blending together. We've seen this before. When consoles mix with handhelds, the result is the Switch. PC plus handheld equals Steam Deck. So smartphones haven't killed consoles or PC gaming at all. It's just different options for different people. And many people buy multiple devices anyway. XR is going through the same thing. Standalone headsets are getting lighter and more glasses-like. And smart glasses are adding proper tracking, and other devices try to combine PC-level content with standalone convenience. These hybrids just make sense because we users, we don't really care about categories, we care about what fits our life. Personally, I feel like smart glasses will inevitably replace smartphones. I already wear glasses just to see better, so having the same device also show information, navigation, or enhance my vision with 10x optical zoom feels pretty natural next step. If something makes everyday life easier, people tend to adopt it. So my overall view is pretty simple. VR isn't dying. AI will quietly make it stronger, and instead of one device winning, we'll probably just have different tools for different moments. PCVR for maximum immersion and serious work, standalone for casual everyday tasks, and smart glasses for constant lightweight use. Not replacing, but complementing each other. And honestly, that feels like a healthy direction for the whole space going forward. What's your take? Let's discuss.